If you've ever wondered whether to stay on the ship in Nassau, yeah, we're about to answer that. Full port walkthrough, real opinions, no fluff. Let's go see what Nassau actually has to offer. Join us as we come off the Utopia of the Seas on a port day here in the Port of Nassau in Paradise Island, Bahamas. Welcome. Come join us.
Dancing where the waves keep time for you and me. Turn the midnight sky into a melody. Heaven in your eyes. Starshine on the sea. Spinning on this deck so wild and free. If this is a dream, don't you dare wake me. Stay right here with me. Starshine on the sea. Rounding around, ship and shore. Every night I want more. Make this tide our port. Let tomorrow away.
Well, welcome cruise fans. This is Brian here with Anchors and Ever After, and here we are at another walkthrough, this time of the Port of Nassau. We're coming off the Utopia of the Seas here on a 3-day sailing, and we're going to do a walkthrough of the port and kind of give you some tips, tricks, and things to do on the island, and, you know, some of our opinions on this as well. Come join us. Here we are in the middle of January. As you'll see here on the video, it's still a very busy port, even on, you know, kind of an off-season time to come out here to Nassau. But you can see a lot of the cruise ships are here. It's very busy. We're probably on the furthest slip out here in Nassau as far as where they parked us this time. But as you can see, there's little shuttles that'll take you out to the very front there of the entrance to the port. And it's also very walkable. It is a little bit of a hike, especially from where we're at. It just kind of depends on where they park you that day. Somehow it seems like most of the time many of the Oasis or Icon ships might be out here on the end. Obviously that's also kind of helps to be next to Royal Caribbean's new Royal Beach Club, as you'll see coming up here. If you happen to have booked the Royal Beach Club, you'll see a lot of signage of it. It's got its own little port where they'll load you up and take you over there to the resort area for Royal Caribbean. We didn't experience Royal Beach Club this time around. It's a little bit expensive for what it is, I think. Typically, Nassau can be a little bit of a controversial port. It's either a place you either like or you don't. It just kind of depends on what activities you're looking for. But I will say in the long run, I mean, this port does have a little bit of everything. You probably will be paying a lot more for it, though. Just keep that in mind. But the nice thing about Nassau is there is opportunities to do things here without having to pay for it. So I'll kind of show you where to go as far as where you can go to the beach and not have to pay anything. Just go and take your beach towels from the ship and head on over to Junkanoo Beach. I'll show it on the map on how to get there. It's a little bit of a walk, but hey, you can save yourself a lot of money and, you know, do it DIY. And as you can see, Disney's out here in full force today. 2 of their ships are out here on the port as well. Probably one of my favorite things out here, just doing the walk itself. I mean, it's just watching all the ships here and all the different brand names that make their appearance out here in Nassau every time, especially on the weekends, because that's usually when it's the busiest out here on the Port of Nassau. As you can see out here, you got all the boats up here that'll take you up to the Royal Beach Club. They've got their own little slip out here where they'll load you up and take you out to the club itself. It's not that far. All right, and here's the line that's forming up to go to the Royal Beach Club. As you can see, it's a little bit busy right now. This was in the morning, so everybody was still on their way out there to the beach club itself. But it was pretty quickly. They load up those boats pretty quick and get you on your way over there to spend your day. And we'll probably try and do a featured video on that next time we come out here with Royal Caribbean and give you guys an idea of whether it's worth the cost or not. Now here you'll also have a bunch of booths to buy excursions and stuff like that. Here you'll see the water taxi booth. You can actually buy a water taxi to get out to Atlantis. This is probably the cheapest thing to do. I definitely recommend not to take a cab to go out there because it's going to be very expensive and it'll take a lot longer, believe it or not. And also, as I mentioned earlier, if you're mobility limited, as you can see, it's all nice and flat. So if you have your scooter or wheelchair, everything out here is very accessible for you to be able to move around the port. We were traveling with a family member in a scooter and he was able to get around just fine. So there's plenty of space for that. So keep that in mind, especially if you're coming in with somebody with their own mobility device. And just what a beautiful day this was. I mean, this is the days before that snowmageddon started hitting up the U.S. So definitely a nice break before the U.S. went into a nice winter storm. So for those of you new to cruising or first time coming to Nassau, This port has gone through a lot of changes here over the last couple years. Obviously, they just had this major revamp in 2023. And I mean, they're still expanding on it. As we'll walk over, you'll see a lot more stuff that they're doing with this port. So it's gone a long way. So is it worth it? I mean, it's definitely got some shopping for you to do and things to do that you don't even need to leave the port if you want to. But we're going to walk around and show you that. And if you missed it, there was the shot of the Atlantis Resort, where you can buy day passes to use their water park and dolphin experiences out there as well. And look, there's plenty of golf carts. As you can see, they've been going up and down the whole time, moving people up and down. So if you can't walk it, there's a way to do it. So keep that in mind. Now, if you've been keeping track, we're almost here at the entrance here of the port itself. I'd say this was about, in real time, maybe about a 10-minute walk. Obviously, we took some time sightseeing and stuff like that, and you might too. So I'd say it's about 10 minutes or so, just walking at a normal pace. So it's not that far, and especially, you know, being at the furthest slip out there, that wasn't too bad. I guess probably compared to Disney's new resort island, I mean, this is probably definitely a lot shorter walk than that. And that black wall that you see right there, that's a big LED wall actually. Usually they got stuff playing there, but for some reason this time it wasn't working around, so I guess it must be down for some reason. But it's usually got some pretty cool fish and stuff like that playing in the background. And this is also the security checkpoint where not only you're entering the port, but you're also where you're going to do the ID check and check your sail and sign card to get back on the ship. Well, welcome to the Port of Nassau. As you can see, now we're on the inside. It's still decorated for Christmas, even in January, so everything's on island time, especially in the island, so it might be taking them a little bit longer to do it. And before we head straight over there, this is another exit straight ahead that you can exit the port and head into town as well. So there's also transportation out there if you want to hire someone else, but you can walk around town here and walk to the straw market from this side as well. Here you've got the Junkanoo Museum as well. There is a fee to enter that to see it, but it's pretty inexpensive, I think. So if you're interested in learning a bit more of the Museum of Junkanoo, this is a place you can come and check it out. And of course, now we're in the shopping areas. They've got a little souvenir store here just off the museum. Here's a taxi stand if you need transportation and want to pay the extra to take a cab to go to Atlantis. You can do that as well. And you got a duty-free shop right there next to the entrance back to the ships. This port has definitely had an evolution from what it was before, so it's definitely a lot more modernized. It's very nice. And over the years since this part has opened up, I mean, it's more shops and everything have come into it. So being this is January 2026, a lot more of the shops are open now, and there's a lot more amenities in here as well. Here in this area, you'll have a lot of different souvenir shopping, arts and crafts, and things that you can take back with you to the U.S. So you don't even need to leave the area to buy anything. So it's it has its own little straw market itself. There's a bigger one across the street, but you don't really need to leave the area if you don't want to, or you feel that it's unsafe for you. I will give you a warning if you do walk out of the port. You'll have a lot of people trying to sell you things on the street, and they can be a little pushy, so keep that in mind. So you'll be learning to say no thank you 47 times. And here we got the area for the hair braiding. I don't know what your thought is on the hair braiding place. There's always been the controversy of getting lice in these places. I do recommend that if you want to get your hair braided, that you bring your own comb. Here in Nassau, last I checked, I think they have brand new combs that they'll use for it. But if you're interested in doing that, you can do that as well here. You've also got drinks and different things to refresh yourself. Also adult drinks as well if you want to do that. And yeah, a little bit of everything here in the port. You've got the shore break bar over here. They sell kind of like the frozen daiquiris that are pretty good. If you've ever been to Fat Tuesdays, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Off to my left-hand side over here, there's a shop that sells coconut drinks, like fresh coconut. That's something my wife enjoys buying, so she was able to get that. I do recommend you bring cash. Usually you can try and maybe haggle a little bit with vendors. They do take credit card in some of these places, especially the bigger establishments. But, cash is always king, so keep that in mind. And if you're wondering about safety here in the port area here itself is enclosed. So there is guards on each end, so you have to be able to be a cruiser to be in this area. So very safe to walk around and everything. I mean, I'd say for the most part, I've never heard of any issues here. But I mean, it's a very nice port, very well decorated. As you can see, it's got, I'd say, something for everybody if you're not interested in going out into town. Even just to step off the ship and check something different out for yourself. There is food out here, restaurants as well. You know, you can buy conch out here, which is a big staple out here. There's another exit out there that's closer to the straw market if you want to exit in that direction. Here's a picture opportunity, which my wife made the whole family go take a picture off here to the right side. Pretty cool little spot. And in the end, we're out here to build memories, aren't we? So yeah, we took a picture with the family. Especially if you've never been here, you know, take the opportunity, you know, live the moment. You're only here for a little bit, so might as well enjoy it. Especially we were traveling with a family member that's never been on a cruise before, so this was his first time coming out here and checking it out. See here, you see conch salad. I mean, you'll see that everywhere here. I mean, I don't think this is as genuine as going into town and actually eating Bahamian food, but you know, it's a place to do it as well instead of having to walk all the way out there and look for other restaurants out there. So very nice. I think as far as price, you'll probably pay a little bit more for buying the food here, but you know, that's to be expected here in the port. As we're heading here to the west side of the port, you'll start to see businesses that haven't opened yet, or you know, or they're brand new or planning to open. They're still expanding this area, so this has just been an evolving piece since 2023, and you got a lot of new shops and everything that are opening up here constantly. There was another bar that you'll see up here coming ahead that they're about to open. It looks kind of like a resort style. So as we're continuing here westbound, we're going to head towards the exit on the west side here of the port. This is the way you would continue on to walk to Junkanoo Beach, Senor Frogs, and over to Margaritaville, where you can also buy a day pass and use their facilities as well, which I think is probably a little bit more affordable than going to Atlantis. I mean, what's your opinion? Have you been to any of both of them? You know, let me know what you think. Which one's better? Personally, I think for Atlantis, it's probably better to actually plan a trip to Nassau and spend a couple days here to actually try and enjoy it. Okay, here you got the amphitheater, which I guess they're going to eventually have something going on here. I've yet to see any shows or any bands or anything like playing out here in the amphitheater, so I'm sure that's for future development out here. So even though the cruises are, you know, building their own islands and investing a lot of money in that, you know, definitely Nassau is investing in trying to make Nassau a very desirable port, because it's always been pretty controversial. You know, people always say, I mean, especially if you've been here many times, you know, sometimes you just say to yourself, well, I've been here, you know, X amount of times, I might as well just stay on the ship and enjoy the ship while everybody's off, which is a good point. And, you know, we've been here a couple times now, so, you know, we end up doing that, you know, most of the time, believe it or not. But if you've never been here, you know, it's a great opportunity to come out and explore a new country, something new. Up straight ahead over there in the orange and green, that's the straw market. So it's a nice big market. You can exit out there and walk in there. There's no charge to walk in there. You know, window shopping is always free. You can always negotiate with vendors, and that's why I always say bring cash. It's just a good way to have a little bit of leverage, and you know, you might find a good deal on something. The last couple of times we've been able to buy some nice souvenirs for the house of our trips and everything like that, or for family members. So you've got that here. And as we continue on here towards the end of the port area, this is one of those new developments. This is new since last time I was here. So this seems like a new bar, and seems like it's probably going to be like one of those bars with a pool and everything built in the background that you could probably come and rent or you know, drink over here and be able to use their pool for free. So I don't know just yet. I'd have to get more information on that, but this is definitely something brand new that's coming up. So that'll be interesting to see how this develops up here in the next couple months. And up ahead over here, there's also Blue Marlin Restaurant, or that's what it's supposed to be up there. It's supposed to have nice views of the ships and all that. So, but it has certain hours. I think it's last time I looked at it. All right, so we're arriving here to the very west end of the walkway. This is the most west exit out of the port area. If you continue on straight, you see that hotel over there. You got Senor Frogs over there, and that kind of starts the pathway to take you out to Junkanoo Beach. That's where you can go to the beach for free. You will have a bunch of vendors and peddlers trying to sell you stuff the whole way over there. And they're very pushy. Just say no thank you and keep walking. It can be frustrating sometimes, but you know, just keep your patience. And especially if you're going to do something for free, this is the way to do it. You also have the British Colonial over there. You can buy a day pass for there as well. and use their private beach and pools. I don't remember the fee on it, but it is something you can do as well. And outside of here, there's a bunch of restaurants and bars as well that you can go and eat and drink as well. This area, I would consider it pretty safe. So as far as walking around, but obviously use your common sense. Now here on the map, we'll see a map of the port. And here's our west exit right over here where we're walking at. There's Senor Frogs right there on the corner. And then you just follow this whole pathway down here. You'll see a pharmacy and there'll be a Dairy Queen. And right here on the corner, you'll make a turn and you'll see this kind of area where you'll see Margaritaville. And there's a little pathway there out here where you see this little dock. And you can just take that pathway and it'll take you out to Junkanoo Beach. And you can walk this whole beach over here and find you a nice spot. Take your towels from the ship. And you can do the beach for free. There is a couple places there where you can buy drinks and a couple food. So keep that in mind. So there's definitely stuff you can do here for free. Now, for those of you that were interested in Atlantis, here's the latest prices that I found on their website for a day pass. It is pretty expensive, and the only thing I'll say is for a day trip, you know, I think it's a lot of money for what it is. I would definitely suggest coming out here and actually experiencing and staying at Atlantis to get the full experience, and we can book that for you too. And there's a bunch of other things you can do in Nassau as well that you can walk to, like the Queen's Staircase and, you know, a bunch of different foods that you can come out and see out here. There was a fire recently at one of the seafood places out here, but, you know, there's still many options out here that you can do for the very cheap as well. So keep that in mind. So Nassau, is it a bad port? Is it worth getting off? Well, it depends. If you've been here many times, you know, it might not be worth coming out all the time. Sometimes it's best to stay on the ship and take advantage of the amenities on the ship itself. I mean, it's a very common stop for cruise ships, especially if you're doing these short hops like on Utopia like we did or MSC. You're going to end up here in Nassau. So if you've been here a couple times, you know, it might be worth just staying on the ship. But if it's your first time, there's many activities that you can do, and we can help you book those activities as well if you're interested in that. So welcome to Nassau, guys. I mean, if you've never been here, take the opportunity to check it out. If you're on Royal Caribbean, I mean, you got the opportunity to check the Royal Beach Club. But keep in mind that the price is a little steep on it. So plan ahead or look for the discounts that Royal Caribbean has occasionally. Well, but we've made it here to the end. I hope this video was informative and at least give you an idea of what to expect at the Port of Nassau. If you're interested in booking Royal Caribbean or coming out to Nassau and coming to the Atlantis itself, we'd be glad to be your travel advisors and book that for you and find you the best available rate and build you a great little vacation that you can come out and do yourself or with the family. Our contact information is down in the description below. If you have any questions, you know, feel free to message us. And you can also check out our walkthrough of the Utopia of the Seas. Check out our room tours. And we have many other videos available for you as well to create a nice cruise vacation for you and give you some nice ideas. Like everything, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Stay safe and cruise happy.